it's called.
In Germany, information is a big deal. In school, you do not just learn about language, science, and sports. You learn extensively and in depth about the rules of democracy. And you learn about how a modern society works. You also learn about the consequences of not protecting these principles and about not appreciating all the things that we oftentimes take for granted. It's not enough to just come here and get seated at the nearest Stammtisch. It's not enough to just drink Weissbier, eat Knödel, and laugh about the local jokes. German culture is knowledge and insight. And when you get to chat with the Germans, you will very soon realize that they are informed, well informed, way above average. They like to discuss and debate, and it's usually on a very high and strict matter-of-fact level. It also means that they are very much aware of their own role in the world, be it cultural, scientific, or political. Germany is a giant economic engine. Lots of technology-intensive companies have their research, development, and manufacturing facilities here in Germany. That's no coincidence. I personally believe that it is absolutely in their identity, in their backbone, to know rather than assume. And there's absolutely no doubt that in the years after World War II, the Germans set out on a mission to prove their worth in all other sorts of areas than by the use of weapons and force. One of the things that I personally respect most about the Germans is that they are very thorough when they get into things. When they travel, when they go to other countries, they watch documentaries and they read guidebooks in an endless stream, well before they even think of putting on those hiking boots and head for the airport. Quite often, I have met Germans who know much more about certain areas of my own native Denmark than I myself do, or about Danish history, or Danish culture.
Where did all the surfers go?
The Germans do not have any royal family, so they take a keen interest in the Danish royal family. Or any other royal family in the world, for that matter. This may seem somewhat amusing, but it's actually a very good example of how they care for what's going on in the world. Their interest is genuine. There is no Germany first. It's more like all of us first, together. There is no us and them. It's we can do it, together.
Ich sage ganz einfach, Deutschland ist ein starkes Land. Wir haben so vieles geschafft, wir schaffen das.
Of course, like so many other places in the world, there's a raging debate about immigrants and refugees here in Germany. A huge debate about integration. The government, with Chancellor Angela Merkel in the lead, have taken over 1 million refugees into Germany over the past year. Obviously, that's quite a mouthful. I'll refrain from commenting on what is right or what is wrong, what is possible and what is impossible. But the reason why the official policy is what it is has to be found in the fact that the Germans always make decisions based on an informed basis. They tend to think rationally and they always seek solutions instead of isolating themselves and act protectionistic. Sure, there's a growing opposition and there are plenty of feisty and emotional debates going on all around the country. Absolutely. That's the way it has to be in a modern democracy. And it may also very well happen that everything gets more and more gloomy and dark before things start to get better again. In my view, however, the Germans are generally an optimistic people, and with good reason.